Hi guys, this is E from Ovaniz and today we're going to show you how to make this cute and simple baby fondant figure. So let's get started. For today's tutorial we will use Ovaniz sculpting tools, 65 grams of ivory color fondant, about 10 grams of pink fondant, around 5 grams of gray fondant and a small amount of white fondant. Now we are getting a lot of questions about the fondant that we are using in our tutorials and a lot of questions from people who say that they do not achieve good results with the fondant that they are using. So I'm going to leave you a link for the best suited fondant for sculpting in the description box down below. Before we get started, I would like to point out that there are two kind of different fondant faces we can put on the body we are making today. The one on the left is the regular cartoon fondant character, and you can find a tutorial on how to make it on our channel, and the link is going to be down below. And the one on the right is the portrait fondant character, which was sculpted using the Ovaniz photo to fondant face sculpting tutorial, which basically means that you can sculpt a fondant figure copied from a picture. And we will talk more about this option at the end of this tutorial. So first we will start with the head and we will use 25 grams of skin color fondant. Take all the lines and the creases and concentrate them in one spot and roll the fondant in between your hands into a ball. Approximately in the middle of the head, create an indentation using your finger. And with the pointy side of the Dresden tool, indent two ovals for the eyes. Now give the face a little bit of a shape by creating a small chin. Just pinch down at the jaw area and create a small triangle shape. For the nose, we will take a small piece of fondant, roll it in between your fingers into a small ball and attach it in the middle of the head. Don't squish it, but just gently attach the fondant to the head. And create a small mouth using the pointy side of the Dresden tool in between the nose and the chin. You can make a smile as well by making a small cut. Now take a little bit of the excess from the back of the head and very gently and carefully just round the back of the head. Be careful not to squish the front of the head. For the ears, take two small pieces of fondant, roll them in between your fingers into small oval shapes, and using the ball tool, just attach them to the sides of the head. For the hair, take a very small piece of brown or yellow fondant, roll it in between your fingers into this long rope shape and just curl it around and attach it on the top of the head. If you're making a little boy's figure, you can leave it like this, or in this case I'm making a small bow out of pink fondant, which is also an option. Next, we will paint the eye sockets with white food coloring. Add some blush using some flower dust, pink flower dust. And using a very thin brush, we will paint the eyebrows. We are not painting the pupils right now because the white paint is still dry. We will do it a little bit later. Next, we will make the body, and we are using 30 grams for the body itself, 3 grams for each leg, and 2 grams for each arm. Roll the fondant in between your hands into a small oval shape and press slightly on the top to create like the chest area and a little belly. Just like so. Don't mind the line in the creases because we're going to color this with the pink fondant to make the bodysuit. So here we're not obsessing over the lines and the creases. It basically resembles a pear shape. Roll out the pink fondant very thin, approximately 2 to 3 millimeters thick, and wrap it around the body. Cut out at the bottom. This is where the legs are going to be. And cut off the excess fondant from the top. Cut out a small rectangle and attach it at the bottom on the back. We're making this nappy look, you know, like the little babies have, and attach 2 small fondant balls on the side as well. For the legs, we're taking 3 grams of fondant for each leg, so roll the fondant in between your hands into these small sausages and just make it a little bit thinner on one end. Shape out a little foot, just like so, and attach it to the body. And repeat with the second leg, of course. Create the little toes. Just take very small pieces of fondant, roll them in between your fingers into tiny balls, and attach 5 little balls to each foot. Now for each arm we're taking 2 grams of pink fondant and roll it in between your hands, again into a tiny sausage shape. With the ball tool, create small indentations on one of the ends. This is where the hand is going to be, and attach it to the body. Repeat the same with the second hand. Now to make the tiny hands, take a small piece of fondant, roll it in between your hand into this oval shape, squish it a bit with your fingers, cut out the fingers, and attach them at the indentation we made earlier. Now this part is optional, but it's very cute, so we're going to make a little toy bunny for the baby to hold. So it's basically just 2 oval shapes attached together. I'm making one ball smaller for the head, the second one slightly larger for the body, and I'm making 2 small tiny ears, and we're going to place this little bunny in between the baby's hands. So insert a small skewer into the fondant body, and now that the white color of the eyes is dry, we're going to draw some pupils. Join two tiny black dots for the bunny's eyes as well. And we are ready to attach the head to the body. So just very gently insert the head onto the skewer and onto the body. And for the final touch, we're making a small blanket, so just roll out some white fondant, cut out a square, and place the baby in the middle and create some folds to make it look like fabric. So this is it, our cute baby fondant figure is ready. And now I'm really excited to talk about the second option, which is the Ovaniz photo to fondant portrait character fondant figure. It basically means that you can sculpt a fondant figure copied from a picture. It is the Ovaniz best-selling tutorial, and now just imagine the surprise of your loved ones when they see themselves on their celebration cake. Of course, it's not limited only for this one figure. The possibilities are endless. You can make your child, you can make your husband, you can make a celebrity, you can make your child's head on his favorite superhero body, and of course the possibilities are endless, and this is a truly amazing product. So thank you for watching this tutorial. All the details about the videos and the products are in the description box down below. So if you want to watch more tutorials about fondant figures and you are like us passionate about cake fondant decorating, we invite you to hit the subscribe button and help our channel grow. This was Eve from Ovaniz. See you at the next videos. Stay sweet!